Everyone, my name is Justin Morris. I'm going to be talking to you about SubRosa, Theory 11's latest download. SubRosa is a great effect where you can control multiple cards in a deck. So, for instance, the 4 aces or the 4 aces and the 4 kings, or it doesn't matter. Any cards you want, you can control them using SubRosa. SubRosa's gimmick is invisible. In a deck of cards, you can actually hand it to a spectator. They can shuffle the cards absolutely as much as they want, and then at any point in time, you can bring out the 4 aces or kings anytime you want. So without further ado, this is SubRosa explained. And I'll even teach you how to make your own gimmick so you can make the SubRosa gimmick on your own. All right, I have to apologize. This is probably going to be a little bit of a longer tutorial here. So this is just, it's not a full deck, but inside this deck is the SubRosa gimmick. Now you probably, if you're looking for it, you're probably not going to see it right off the bat. You can't see it from the side, and you can't see it from the end. That's the beauty of the SubRosa gimmick. And somebody could shuffle these all day long, and then whenever they like, produce the 4 cards. So let me show you the SubRosa gimmick. This is it here. And it just looks like a regular playing card from all intents and purposes. But the secret of the SubRosa gimmick isn't actually in this card entirely. We're going to produce the 4 aces. So I'm going to show you. This is just a random bunch of cards, but I think there's good 4 aces here. I'm going to show you how to make the SubRosa gimmick. So first you're going to need the 4 aces, or 4 whichever cards you want to be able to produce. It doesn't have to be the 4 aces. It could be any cards at all. And you're going to need what we're going to call a cover card and a back card. So you're going to need 2 extra cards, and they can be absolutely any cards at all. Doesn't matter. You don't need the rest of the deck. We're going to put that aside. All right, so this is how it works. So we're going to slide all of these out. I'm going to get rid of the SubRosa gimmick here and show you what we're doing before I actually explain what the cards do, because I think you're going to find this pretty interesting. So you're going to take one of the aces, and you're going to cut the ace, I guess, right about halfway into the white border, a little bit more than that. Actually, no, about halfway into the white border. Between the edge of the border, or the edge of the card and the blue border there, you're going to cut halfway into the white. And you're going to cut straight down like this. It doesn't need to be exactly precise. And once you get here, you're just going to do that corner, and you're going, you're going to cut all along here, along this edge, and then continue to cut like so. So you get a little scrap like a U shape, throw that to the side, and you've got your ace trimmed ace. That's number 1. I will do the rest really quick. There we go. So now our 4 aces have actually been trimmed down, and no one ever is going to notice that these cards have been trimmed. If somebody noticed those cards have been trimmed, that would be crazy. If magicians are going to worry about these looking a little funny because or looking different to laymen, they're just thinking like a magician. In fact, we do need to trim these extra edges to be the same. So these are going to be your so some of the long sides, especially you trim off most of the border. Don't need it. It's just like you start that border there. The more you trim off these cards, it'll be more useful too. And you know that's perfect. So these are going to be the 4 SubRosa aces that you produce when you produce your 4 of a kind. So they look exactly like a regular card. You've just trimmed. And now we will get to making our SubRosa gimmick. So I'm going to get a book here just for the hard surface and a piece of paper. And we're going to take our, let's take one of the cards here. We're going to lay it down here. Now these little scraps, these little U-shape pieces that you've got, this is what's going to construct the gimmick. Here's what you're going to do. If you're following along, you're going to place this on a piece of paper, and you're going to need a glue stick. And you're going to take the glue stick, you're going to actually add a bit of glue to both sides of this, of each of these little frames. We'll call them frames. That makes sense. Great. Once you've got the glue on the frame, you're going to place it on the card in such a way where it lines up exactly with the edge. I bet you're getting curious now. So you're going to line that up exactly on the edge. Oops. Oh dear. And it's a little tricky because it's sticky, but you make a few of these and I'm sure you'll get it right away. The reason that Jason said that he could pretty much put one of these together in just a few minutes after a little trip to the store is because you need a glue stick and you need 2 decks of cards probably, or 1 deck of extra cards so you can get all these pieces in case you mess up. So it doesn't have to be, you don't have to press it on just yet, but you just have to lay it on. You're going to do the pressing in a bit. So you're going to do the other 4 remaining pieces. One side. Move the other. Peel this off. Now, for any card you want to, how many cards you want to control, you need to do 1 extra card piece. So control that 1 card, then you need 2 layers for this. If you want to control 4 cards, then you need 4 5 layers. So you're going to do 3 of this one because I've got 1 subrosa right done. All 4 of these explanations for speed. You're going to do something here. Great. So you want to do all 4 of them plus 1 extra. You shorten card, you want to try to use the add cards like that. Just line this up. Great. You can see that went together pretty quickly. So now what you've got essentially is a little ridge there. Then you're going to take your backing card and you're going to lay that squarely over top, and this is where you can press it together. And what you're going to get is, once this dries here, is basically a little pocket. And I'll bring in my other one here that I've done. So this is the a close-up view of the Sub Rosa gimmick. So you can see I've got the thickness there of a few cards, and you've got essentially a little pocket. Now I won't use this one right away because the glue still has to dry, but that is how you create your Sub Rosa gimmick for your effect. When you are ready to go, you take your Sub Rosa gimmick, you throw it into your deck of cards, and this is essentially invisible. Nobody's ever going to see that. If you hand this to somebody to shuffle, they can shuffle this as much as they want. They will never find this Sub Rosa gimmick. So, with this in your deck, you tilt it to your side. You can see that. From their side, they're not going to be able to see anything. So you hold it with these cards towards you. You take your 4 aces, and you can stick them into the deck. But what you're really going to do is slide all of the aces into your Sub Rosa gimmick, like so. So that goes into your Sub Rosa gimmick, and they are there. Then you can hand this to a spectator to shuffle. Oh, okay, there we go. Spectator shuffle, and anytime you want, oh dear, where's that other one? There it goes. Anytime you want, you can get those 4 aces out. So let me just show you one more time here. Perfect. So let's do a quick little routine. So let's say here's in the video, oops, there we go. In the video, they kind of smoosh the cards around, or Jason's smooshing them around. Take those cards, they can stack them all back up. Doesn't matter. Then when you get it back, you know that the aces, all you got to do to get them out is you can do a couple of fancy cuts. It doesn't matter. Whenever you're ready, you just give the deck a little shake, and out come your aces. And in the case that you don't get them all, then you just got to give it a really hard shake, and your last ace will come out. And voila, you can produce 4 aces from a shuffle deck. You don't even need to know any kind of skill to do this. Like I said, nobody's going to know. If you wanted to do the 4 aces and the 4 kings, say, then you would do the same thing, make 2 gimmicks, and you'd add the second gimmick to your deck and load the kings into one slot and the aces into the other. And then anytime you want, bam, aces. And bam, Man, that's Ace of Diamonds is really tricky. So that's the producing 4 aces with your new Sub Rosa gimmick. Enjoy, and yeah, good luck with that.